players. Who's ready for the mock trial? Mock trial is a partner event where the plaintiff is tasked to build a case around the rationale of young adult leaders and Latino youth acting on behalf of the current generation as it pertains to the Social Utility Code. The defense will attempt to deny all allegations by the plaintiff. Now, I will announce your semi-finalists. If your name is called, you may stand up to be recognized. From El Paso, Emerson Lowenfield and from Corpus Christi, Jacob Garcia and from San Antonio, Lady Gonzalez and Leila Villarreal. And from San Antonio, Chris Archer and Aubrey Starling. Your first mock trial finalists are from El Paso, and from San Antonio, Lady Gonzalez. Our assistant DOJ, Hannah Baker, will begin with the procedural round. Please remain quiet.
We will begin our mock trial round with the draw. Heads and tails. It is heads. Plaintiff or defense? Defense. Thank you. Alright. Can I get the plaintiff attorney to turn on your mic? Please state your first and last name and spelling. Thank you.
Lady Gonzalez, Lainey, Gonzalez with the S at the end.
Next, can I get the plaintiff's witness to state their first and last name and spelling?
Leila Villarreal, Leillah, Leila, Villarreal.
Thank you. Next, can I get the defense attorney to state their first and last name and spelling?
My name is Emerson Lowenfield, EMerson
Thank you. Next, can I get the defense's witness to state their first and last name and spelling?
My name is Presley Chaniz, PrsleyEchaniz.
Thank you. We will start our round with a review of evidence packets. So you can go ahead and exchange. Evidence. You will have 5 minutes. You have 4 minutes. You now have 3 minutes. Two minutes. One minute. Thirty seconds. Fifteen seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Time signal on. 5 minutes. 4 minutes.
3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 seconds.
We will now go to the introduction and designation of evidence. We will begin with the plaintiff. Which evidence would you like to submit?
I would like to submit Exhibit 1D, Exhibit 1T, Exhibit 15C, Exhibit 20A, and Exhibit 25A.
Thank you. Now defense, which evidence would you like to submit?
I would like to submit all of my evidence.
Thank you. We will begin with plaintiff's opening statement. You have 2 minutes to present. Time starts when you do.
Permission to approach stand.
You may.
Permission to speak an opening statement.
You may.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I am Lady Gonzalez, the attorney in this case, and I'm here with my expert witness, Loretta Royale, to argue the significant issue proper for trial, which is whether young adult leaders or Latino youth have done sufficient work to engage Latino children in community advancement rather than self-advancement, as presented by Article 11 of the Social Utility Code. Your Honor, as plaintiff's side, we argue the significant point that YALI or young adult leaders that range from ages 15 to 30 have not done sufficient amount of work. They do not implement the altruistic mindset, and they encourage Latino children to promote self-advancement. YALI have not provided as much needed work to the community or Latino children. This is due to the fact that YALI does not contain an altruistic-based mindset. And this can be shown through YALI being in violation of subsections A, B, C, D, E, and F, or Article 11 of the Social Utility Code as a whole. YALI implement a leadership style into the community in which it prioritizes self-advancement and self-recognition. These two components do not embody the altruistic-based mindset, which is defined as an act of service for the well-being of others. As somebody who is a part of the Latino children community, we Latino children have given YALI the time. We have given them the opportunity. We have given them the opportunity to support us, and we have given them the opportunity to provide us opportunities. Your Honor, YALI has not provided us they have not provided us enough opportunities for us to take both in community advancement. And they did not implement an altruistic-based mindset, which is needed for community advancement to be successful within Latino children. We Latino children want the opportunities, but YALI hasn't provided enough. YALI had valued and embodied characteristics in which it results in Latino children having a decrease in participation of all aspects of social, political, intellectual, cultural, and economic components. Therefore, showing that YALI do not implement an altruistic-based mindset. So, Your Honor, I urge you to side with the plaintiff, because if you side with the defense, you will side with the method that does not accomplish sufficient work and does not meet the standards of community advancement. Thank you, Your Honor. May I take my seat?
You may. We will now go to the defendant's opening statement. You have 2 minutes. Time starts when you do.
Your Honor, may I approach the stand?
You may.
Your Honor, may I begin?
You may.
Good evening, Your Honor. I'm Emerson Lowenfield, and I am here with my expert witness, Presley Chavez. Today, we are here to prove to you why Latino leaders have done sufficient work in order to engage the Latino youth in community advancement through points A, B, C, D, E, and F of the Social Utility Code. Latino leaders across the country continue to invest in education, advocacy, mentorship, and cultural empowerment for the Latino youth. While challenges still exist, the existence of challenges does not mean that leadership efforts have failed. This demonstrates that Latino youth are not excluded from advancement, but are actively encouraged to participate in leadership and civic engagement. Latino representation and leadership has grown in influence, which is in interest of the social and political progress of the community. As leaders grow their power, they are able to make more of a difference for the Latino youth, which explains why more youth are reporting to feel more empowered as time has passed. This directly aligns with point B of the Social Utility Code. Adult Latino leaders tend to promote life, liberty, and happiness to the whole community, including Latino children, through efforts to improve any discriminations against them, refine the education system, and fight for rights that Latino youth deserve to have. As Ernesto Nieto addresses in Their Reality, Thank you, Your Honor. May I be seated?
You may. We will now go to the direct examination of the plaintiff's witness.
Permission for my witness to approach stand.
You may. Witness, if you would come to the stage and raise your right hand.
Permission for my witness to be sworn in.
You may. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me NHI? You may be seated.
Permission to approach stand.
You may.
Permission to begin direct examination.
You may.
Are you a proud member of the Latino community?
Your Honor, I'm a very proud member of the Latino community, and this is why I'm here today as the expert witness on the plaintiff's side. Your Honor, my brother was a participant of NHI. He participated in the Colorado LDC and the Sherman Group debate. When he decided to enroll, he told me he was doing this for college admissions. Your Honor, naturally, my younger siblings followed, and they decided to join NHI for self-advancement. Your Honor, the Latino children are given a non-altruistic role model. They are proving self-advancement over community advancement, which is a violation of the IPT directly.
Can you read me Exhibit 1, Subsection D?
World. For these youth, the slow and deliberate death of their culture is the most obvious consequence. This erosion of identity induces distance from their community. It weakens their family ties and clouds their motivation to participate in social, cultural, economic, and political life of the Latino. Your Honor, this clearly violates subsection E, which states whether it's in the life, liberty, and happiness of the community. Your Honor, if the Latino children's values of life, liberty, and happiness aren't being prioritized, aren't being noted by Ally, how are they supposed to feel supported by their adults, by their so-said role models? Your Honor, therefore, they're also in violation of subsection D, which states whether it promotes the cultural values of their community. Your Honor, cultural values such as identity and culture itself are being eroded. As stated by Ernesto Nieto, they're not wanting to engage in their community because they're not provided with the sufficient tools to go out in their community and to engage. Your Honor, therefore, they are in violation of subsection B, which states whether it's in the social, political, intellectual, culture, and economic lives of the whole community. Your Honor, their motivation is clouded. Their ties are weakened from their community. They distance themselves because they're not given the correct tools and they're not given sufficient opportunities, Your Honor.
Can you read me Exhibit 20, Subsection A?
Parents of 8.9 million Hispanic children want after-school programs in their child. This includes the more than 1.9 million Hispanic children who are participating in programs. Your Honor, this clearly violates subsection A and subsection C. Subsection A states whether it's in the rational self-interest. Only 1.9 million Hispanic Latino children are being engaged in community advancement. Your Honor, therefore, this is not giving all the Latino children justice. There are more than 8.9 million Hispanic children who are not being engaged in the community, who are not taught altruistic qualities, Your Honor. Therefore, they're in those violations.
Does a small amount of engagement within Latino children in the community show an altruist-based mindset being present within the community?
Your Honor, while a small altruistic mindset may be helpful, they need multiple role models, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor, for sending me. May I proceed?
You may. We will now go to the cross-examination of the plaintiff's witness.
Your Honor, may I approach the stand?
You may. You will have 3 minutes to present. Time starts when you do.
Your Honor, may I begin?
You may.
Do you agree that everybody faces challenges in their life, whether big or small? Your Honor, while there may be challenges, these children are facing many challenges. Do you agree that the challenges people face are not due to bad leadership in every single circumstance? Then do you agree that the challenges people face are not always due to bad leadership? Your Honor, bad leadership is a direct reflection of the Latino children showing less. Do you agree that it's still happening in the community?
questions. However, attorneys are prohibited from badgering the witness by repeating yes or no.
Response.
I was not badgering the witness and I never had any questions.
Reply.
Your Honor, the attorney is asking questions without giving my witness time to speak and answer the question without elaborating correctly.
Can you state the rule again?
Objection 7D. Attorneys may ask any questions. However, attorneys are prohibited from badgering the witness by repeating yes or no.
Overruled. Time resume.
Wouldn't you agree that improvements in the community can only occur through altruistic leaders who truly care about helping others? Your Honor, these altruistic leaders, they're simply not enough. They're not showing enough progress in the community. Sonia Sotomayor, who have helped the Latino youth community. Your Honor, Sotomayor is simply, she's not a part of GALA anymore. GALA is ages 15 to 30, Your Honor. She's not a part of GALA anymore. She's not helping the girls. Considering that many challenges are unpreventable. Do you agree that Latino leaders are not involved in the difficulties that Latino youth may face, considering that many challenges are unpreventable? Your Honor, look, Yala is clearly the reason that Latino children are not given enough opportunities. What do you agree? Let Latino leaders tomorrow and Latino actions is how they're shown how they engage in their community. What do you agree? Latinos leading tomorrow and Latinos in action give youth opportunities in the community. Your Honor, these are simply two programs. There are more Latino children than the programs they provide, Your Honor. Their programs not sufficient for all Latino children to engage in the community. Therefore, they violate question. How can you say this whenever there are scholarships and other opportunities that can allow any Latinos to join these programs? Your Honor, these programs, these scholarships are not accessible to all Latino children. Latino children are part of it. Graduation rates have increased between 2010 and 2020. That Latino leaders are making progress for the Latino youth community.
Repeat the question.
Do you believe, considering Latino high school graduation rates have risen, that means that there is progress for the Latino youth community? Your Honor, high school graduation rates are not community engagement. They're not civic engagement. It's not community engagement. Civic engagement is helping the community, not graduation rates. How can you say this whenever a strong education is the foundation of becoming a good leader? Your Honor, strong education, you go to college, and many people have shown that they're going to college. Can you please define point F of the social utility code?
Point F states whether is. Can you repeat the question?
Can you please define point F of the social utility code?
Point F states distinct states.
Time.
Your Honor, may I be seated?
You may. Plaintiff attorney, would you like to redirect your witness?
Yes. Wish to approach stand?
You may. You have 1 minute. Time starts immediately. You may.
Is there anything else you would like to clarify?
Your Honor, I would like to clarify that graduation rates do not show community advancement. Your Honor, graduation rates are growing in your education. Education is not showing community advancement, Your Honor. This is not showing community equity building. Therefore, there is violation of the IPCA directive, Your Honor. This is not showing community advancement. Community advancement is advancing in your community with an altruistic value. Your Honor, there is simply not enough altruistic leaders nor altruistic values shown in Yala to help the Latino children engage in their community.
Thank you, Your Honor, for attending today's seat.
You may. Defense attorney, would you like to recross the plaintiff's witness?
Yes, please.
Your Honor, may I move to stand?
You may. You have 1 minute. Time starts immediately.
Your Honor, may I begin?
You may.
Wouldn't you agree that rising graduation rates prove that the community is growing as a whole?
Your Honor, graduation rates are simply showing students growing as a community is growing in your equality and growing in your equity.
Helps the community grow as well, though.
Can you repeat the question?
Wouldn't you agree that advancements of students helps the community grow as well?
Your Honor, advancement of students are simply not showing community engagement. Engaging in your
Wouldn't you agree that development society
cross-examination. Additional questions may be asked by an attorney of the opposing witness, but must be limited to only issues raised during the redirect examination.
Response.
Your Honor, during the redirect examination, they stated that there were no altruistic leaders. I was using those evidences to prove my point.
Reply.
Your Honor, the attorney bring up a new leader that we did not mention in our redirect examination.
Can you please repeat the rule?
Rule 504, re-cross-examination. Additional questions may be asked by an attorney of the opposing witness, but must be limited only to issues raised during the redirect examination, if the redirect examination occurs.
Thank you. Can you please explain it again?
Your Honor, the attorney bring up a new leader in the re-cross-examination that we did not bring up within our redirect examination.
Response again.
Your Honor, the rule states that only issues cannot be brought up. However, they brought up the issue that there were not altruistic leaders. I was countering that by explaining the altruistic leaders that there are.
Reply again.
We did not bring up the issue that we wanted a specific altruistic leader within the community. We bring up the issue that there is not enough, and we did not bring up the issue to name another one. Therefore, that we did not bring up that specific Latino leader within our redirect examination.
Sustained. Time resumed.
Would you agree that Latino representation in government, education, and politics has grown? Your Honor, while it may have grown, simply this progress is not
Time.
sufficient. Your Honor, may I be seated?
You may.
Thank you.
Permission for a witness to be seated.
You may. We will now go to the direct examination of the defense's witness.
Your Honor, may my witness and I approach the stand?
They may. Witness, please come to the stage and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God?
I do.
You may be seated.
Your Honor, may I begin?
You may.
Who are you and why are you here today?
My name is Presley Chanes, and I am here today to prove that Latino leaders have done sufficient work to engage Latino youths in leadership and community advancements through points A, B, C, D, E, and F of the Social Utility Code.
Is there any evidence proving that Latino representation has been growing?
Latino high school graduation or Latino representatives in Congress have more than doubled between 2000 and 2023, growing from just 19 representatives to 49. This proves that Latino leaders have been successful in making a difference in the community through the higher levels of participation.
Can you define the term altruistic for me?
Altruistic is the unselfish concern for the welfare of others, characterized by actions that benefit others, sometimes at a personal cost. An altruist is someone who prioritizes the needs and happiness of those around them without expecting anything in return.
Can you give me some examples of Latino leaders who display altruistic values?
Sonia Sotomayor was heavily committed to the civil rights movement. She inspires the Latino youth by showing
Objection. Rule 3.
Time stop.
Rule
You
3.
do not have any more objections.
It's 3.
Please go ahead.
Objection. Rule 302B. All evidence packet exhibits must be submitted on evidence packet form 1 and or evidence packet form 2, the required forms or reasonable simulations thereof.
Response.
Your Honor, I do not know which evidence you're talking about that we don't have in our packet. Can you please specify?
Reply.
Your Honor, the attorney bring up a question with the leader within their question, which is Sonia, and that is not within all of their exhibits. That is not leader within their exhibits.
Please me a reply again.
Okay. And their evidence.
The response again, sorry.
Your Honor, a person cannot be just written into an evidence packet. There is not just one single sentence or one single website that can define a person's life.
Audience, please remain silent. What is the standpoint you are referring to? What are the subpoints you are referring to?
Your Honor, the attorney clearly was using a new leader, Sonia, to ask that question to the witness to show specific evidence to specific leaders to show that and that leader is not within their exhibits. That leader is not within any of the evidence they have provided in their exhibits. Therefore, it is violating that objection. Yes. It is saying all evidence packet exhibits must be submitted on evidence packet form 1 and or evidence packet form 2. The required forms are reasonable stipulations thereof. Rule 302. B.
Can we have your response again?
My response again.
Oh, sorry.
Your Honor, a person cannot be defined as a piece of evidence. They have lived a life and they shouldn't be put down as one thing. Also, I don't believe that it requires for a person to be in an evidence packet.
Sustained. Time resumed.
How have Latino leaders made a significant statistical difference for the Latino youth graduation rates?
Latino high school graduation rates have had a significant increase by nearly 15% between 2010 and 2020, according to the U.S. Department of EEI.
How do altruistic leaders promote the values of point A of the social utility test?
Altruistic leaders promote the values of point A of the social utility code Yes, up to 2/3 of Latino youth agree that they are receiving a good education in their schools. When students are feeling more supported,
Time.
it means
Your Honor, may I be seated?
You may.
Thank you.
We will now have a cross-examination of the defense witness.
Permission to approach stand.
You may. You have 3 minutes and turn to begin.
Permission to begin cross-examinations.
You.
Are you proud of Latino community?
I am a proud
Can
member
you
of
read me
the
Exhibit
Latino
1
community.
Subsection D?
Section D of the Social Utility
Can you
Code.
read me Exhibit 1 Subsection D?
For the majority, advancements is driven by a personal, not community agenda. Identifying terms such as Hispanic or Latino are not used to simplify cultural pride, but rather as devices to leverage entry into the larger business and professional work.
Can you define an altruistic-based mindset?
Altruistic is when someone does things for the benefit of the community.
How is there altruistic values and advancement driven through personal agenda?
Many of these leaders and organizations have many altruistic
How is
leaders
there altruistic
to help.
values and advancement driven through personal agenda?
They are not driven for personal agenda. They can make their
Can
time
you
to
provide
help.
a specific example of how they're not going through personal agenda?
Latinas in Leadership is a program led by Latino leaders. They've committed their time to this to provide.
Can you name a specific Latino leader that has led not through personal agenda?
Objection, Your Honor.
Time's up.
Rule 507, repetitive questioning. The opposing attorney has asked my witness multiple times for an example of an altruistic leader and she just asked 4 questions in a row about altruism. Response.
Your Honor, I asked one repetitive question because the witness did not answer the question correctly. And Your Honor, I asked the question about altruism because altruism provides a significant point within this argument to show that y'all have not done sufficient amount of work.
Reply.
Your Honor, all the opposing attorney was doing was rephrasing her question over and over, which is not allowed in the NHI rulebook.
Your Honor, I was not rephrasing my question. My questions all had different meanings, and they were all going to have different outcomes of the witness would state.
Overruled. Time resumed.
Can you read me Exhibit 15, Subsection C?
Latino children already make up 37% of its student population, but despite Latino children have some of the lowest enrollment rates in all early childhood education programs.
How is this so insufficient work within Latino children?
Well, we have proven that up to 79% of Latino youth agree that they are feeling supported. So this would
Can
not.
you define sufficiency?
Sufficiency is when someone does efficient work.
Is sufficient work
and
being
meets the
done?
needs.
Is sufficient work being done within Latino children if there's only a low enrollment rate within young education?
That's deficit-based thinking. As we have proven, high school graduation rates have risen by nearly 15%, which
Can you read me
proves that
Exhibit 20, Subsection A?
parents of 8.9 million Hispanic children want after-school programs for their child. This includes the more than 1.9 million Hispanic children who are participating in programs.
Is 1.9 million sufficient work being done within the Latino community?
For this 1.9 million, we have seen progress throughout the community.
How is it progress if there's 8.9 million children not getting the opportunities to join programs?
Like I said, that is deficit-based thinking. When you should see the progress like I've named. These programs support the life, liberty, and
Can
happiness
you
of the
define
Latino
progress?
community.
Can you define progress?
Progress is when organizations
you like to read your writing?
Yes, please.
You have 1 minute.
Your Honor, may I please stand?
You may.
Your Honor, may I begin?
You may.
Is there anything that you would like to clear up from the cross-examination?
I would like to clear up that we have already proven that high school graduation rates have had a significant increase, which proves that Latino leaders have been successful in encouraging the Latino youth to seek higher education. When higher education is achieved, they are able to make more conscious decisions to help the Latino community. This directly aligns with point D of the Social Utility Code, as it supports the intellectual progress of the Latino youth community. I would also like to clear up that many of the promotes community advancement, which grows the community as
Can
it
you
inspires the youth.
name any economic component that shows community advancement without Yali have implemented?
Latinos Leading Tomorrow provides free STEM opportunities, which helps them get jobs and
Thank
helps
you,
with
Your
the
Honor.
economic aspect.
May I take my seat?
You may.
Your Honor, may my witness be seated?
You may. We will now go to the preparation for closing arguments. You will have 1 minute. Time starts now. Audience, as a reminder, please stay quiet for the remainder of the round.
$30 seconds.
$15 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Time. We will now go to plaintiff's closing argument.
First to approach stand.
You may. You have 2 minutes to do it.
First to speak closed statement.
You may.
Your Honor, as said before, I'm Lady Gonzalez, attorney, and this is my expert witness, Leo Riel. And we have come to argue the point that Latino laws have not done sufficient amount of work, and they have not done sufficient amount of work to encourage Latino children to take part in community advancement. They have encouraged Latino children to take part in self-advancement. They have not encouraged to take part in community advancement and maintain the altruist-based mindset in which it helps them become leaders that are going to encourage the future leaders of the next generation. Your Honor, the Yali have implemented a leadership style in which it contains self-recognition. Your Honor, as the defense were having a CS and a DS, they mentioned many organizations, but those organizations are simply not enough to encourage community advancement. They're not as accessible, and they do not provide enough opportunities for Latino children to take part in community advancement. Your Honor, and graduation rates are not the only component within the community to show enrollment rate within Latino children in education. And that proves that their graduation rates are not due because Latino children have a low enrollment rate within education. Your Honor, Latino adults have not done a sufficient amount of work, and this can be shown through them not having work through all aspects of social, political, intellectual, cultural, and economic components within the community. Your Honor, without this proves that they are in violation of all sections. They are in violation of the whole entire Article 11 of the Social Utility Code. And it shows that we have upheld the burden of proof by providing a lot of evidence. We provided a lot of evidence to show that community benefit is not taking place, and that Yali are not promoting the standards of community benefit, and that Latino children are not getting the opportunities to have a role within community benefit. Thank you, Your Honor, for your time. Thank you. May I take my seat?
You may. We will now go to the defendant's closing argument.
Your Honor, may I approach the stand?
You may. You have 3 minutes to proceed.
Your Honor, may I begin?
You may.
Your Honor, through points A, B, C, D, E, and F of the Social Utility Code, we have clearly proven that Latino leaders have done sufficient work in order to engage the Latino youth in community advancement. While challenges still exist for the youth, the leaders have been doing everything possible to improve life for youths. These efforts have been shown to bring about positive results, which would not be possible without strong leaders helping the community. The plaintiff said that there are no examples of altruistic leaders. However, Sonia Sotomayor and Jose Andres, who helped with disaster relief efforts, are clear examples. They started their programs whenever they were only Yali as youth. Latino Duty Tomorrow is also another example of an organization that helps the Latino youth community, as they do provide opportunities such as free STEM programs, which help with the point B of the Social Utility Code, as it helps with the economic progress of the community. Latino representation in Congress has more than doubled between 2000 and 2023, which directly aligns with point B of the Social Utility Code, as it promotes the social and political progress of the community. This proves that Latino leaders have been successful in making a difference through their higher level of participation, through leaders that have taught the Latino youth altruistic values. They show them that they can make a difference, even at a young age. The Latino youth are able to participate more in community advancement because of leaders who have taught them these altruistic values. The Latino representation and leadership has grown in influence, which is in the interest of the social progress of the community. Latino leaders also don't need to do anything for a resume or to gain popularity, because they can become famous or successful through many different things that they truly desire. However, they choose to help the Latino youth community because they want to make a difference and they want to support them. Latino leaders encourage the Latino youth to seek answers within their community through community centers and service projects that bring all the public involved, which allows the Latino youth to branch out and meet new people and friends. Your Honor, Latino leaders have actively created opportunities, built representation, and empowered future generations. Today, we have clearly proven that Latino leaders have done sufficient work to engage Latino youth in community advancement and direct coordination of points A, B, C, D, E, and F of the Social Utility Code. Across the country, the Latino leaders continue to invest in education and mentorship for the Latino youth. While graduation praise might be one example, there are multiple examples of how the Latino leaders have helped them. Thank you, Your Honor. May I be seated?
You may. We will now go to the plaintiff's summation.
First to approach stand.
You may.
First to begin rebuttal.
You may. You have 1 minute.
Your Honor, Yali promotes self-recognition, which does not allow for Latino children to become strong altruistic leaders. And they say that Yali has implemented a leadership style in which it helps and it empowers Latino children. But that is simply not true. Latino adults have not provided sufficient amount of work, and they have not, although there is organization, these organizations are not accessible to everyone.
Congratulations again to all our finalists and thank you. All right, I'm gonna go over the schedule for the rest of the